Hi, I'm Carlene. I work as an admissions coordinator at a day treatment program for adults. I'm also an author to What is Love? Mysteries of the Heart. I am a singer. I am a liturgical dancer in the Ushers of Praise, which is a part of my home church, House of Prayer number 5 in Brockton. I'm from Brockton, and I'm also the founder of Phenomenally Chosen. Phenomenally Chosen was founded in October 2016. Basically, it really derived from my experience being a Christian individual in the church, some struggles that I went through. I was familiar to self-harm, I was familiar to some depression, and it was kind of hard for me to put myself out there and ask for help. And the reason being was, I was a Christian. It's like, I did liturgical dancing, I sang. It's like I had it together. That's what everyone always thought. So to really come out and put myself out there and be fully transparent was really hard for me. Thankfully, God delivered me and He brought me through that. And now I look back and I could see that, that was a situation that God put me through and He brought me to it, and now I'm out and I'm victorious. And it's like, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. So I'm redeemed and I'm gonna say so. And that is kind of how, Phenomenally Chosen came out there. I'm also a spoken word artist. I go by the stage name Chosen. And that name really came from the scriptures that many are called if you are chosen. And also that we are a chosen generation. A lot of times God may call us to do His work, and, because of who we are, our flesh jumps in and it's like, no, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But there is some of us who will stand steadfast on His word and actually do what He called us to do. I feel like that's a gift that He has given me to use, so I'm going to use it for Him and His glory. I want people to be encouraged by the testimonies that they hear. I want them to be touched and just know that God can deliver them and God can bring them out, and that, He is there for them and He is there with them, and He's just literally a call away. I recently had a youth empowerment event in my hometown, Brockton, aka the City of Champions, and that was really just encouraging, uplifting the youth of Brockton and the surrounding areas. There was like free books, free toys, a talent show, and it also shared the gospel. We had a lot of Christian artists, liturgical dancers and singers come to the event and minister as well, which was great. To really just share the good news and just share that Jesus saves and He delivers, and that whoever needs to hear it, that you are phenomenally chosen. Doesn't matter what you're going through. Don't ever be ashamed of your testimony. Don't ever be ashamed of your story, because we all have our own story. So I had to deal with like a lot of doubt and second guessing. Like I was really second guessing myself, like, Carlene, should you do something like this? Like, you're putting yourself out there, and then on top of that, you're not just putting yourself out there, you're trying to launch this whole big ministry and really just tell everybody like, hey, this is what I went through. So it's really not easy being transparent. God had to deal with me in regards to that. Countless nights again of doubting, of like really crying like, Lord, like, I'm so confused, is this what you want me to do? And it seemed like I would always get like confirmation, like, Carlene, you have something to say it. Carlene, you have something to do it. But it's like I was really battling, like, maybe I have to do something else. Maybe this is not what you want me to do. But finally it got to that point, like, no, Carlene, this is what, I entrusted you to do. This is what you need to do. And, you always say, I'm your vessel, use me, Lord. So here, I'm trying to use you, so you got to step out onto faith and do it. So that's exactly what I did. I stepped out onto faith and do it. And honestly, it was not easy. It was really, really hard. My family hearing my story and really like the depth of my story, and it's like, I don't really want you to hear that, but they heard it and they were very supportive. I have friends that's supportive, have a lot of acquaintances that's supportive, and even strangers that's supportive. So it's like, in spite of me doubting myself, I had to realize, my confidence is not in myself, my confidence is in God, my confidence is in the Holy Spirit. He always made a way, and He always sent support, He always provided for like the events and everything like that. I wondered, where was the funds gonna come from, where's the money gonna come from, but God always provided and He always made a way. So yes, I am a newly published author. The book is called What is Love? Mysteries of the Heart. That was another thing that took me a long time to come out with. I also speak about my experience as far as like some relationships that I went through and that I was in, really understanding and accepting like a Christ-centered relationship, loving myself, loving who I was, and just really understanding the depth of God's love. I finally did that, and thank God it's out. It's this tangible object, and it's like I'm so happy and I'm excited because it's like it's, you know, my first book. And honestly, I really just hope someone's touched by the book, and my mission is at least one soul is saved. Emotionally connect, spiritually connect, mentally connect, every way possible to the poems and to really my experience of what I went through. And I hope like by speaking about some of my experiences and how, you know, God opened my eyes to how beautiful I am and how I'm worthy to be loved and how, you know, He loves me and how He's always going to be there regardless of anything. The advantage of, you know, following the will of God and answering to His calling is just knowing that He's by my side. Any giants that I may face, that God is still there with me to, you know, bring me through it. Someone is touched. The fact that I was able to let God use me and uplift His glory. I mean, because if He is lifted up, He will draw all men to Him. My website for Phenomenally Chosen is iamchosen.co. If you are really just answering to God's call, I encourage you to do it. Like, you may feel like you're this small, but remember, God is this big. Your problem may seem like it's this big, but God is 100 times bigger. Put your trust fully in Him, because He will lead you, He will guide you, He will direct your paths. You could do all things through Him who strengthens you. You can do it, okay? You really can. Just put your mind to it and, you know, put in some work and get it done. You can do it, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.